Breaking news out of Los Angeles. The Chargers fan base is buzzing, and not for the reasons you think. Today, we're diving into 3 shocking updates that could shake the very core of the Chargers' 2025 season. One rising star might already be cracking under pressure. A key player is getting slammed online for his offseason prep. And a stunning twist could bring back a name many fans thought was gone for good. But before we dive into these major developments, if you're a true part of Charger fan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of the latest Chargers news. Let's jump in. The first headline is about a player many of us pinned our hopes on. Rookie wide receiver Ladd McConkey, the explosive playmaker, turned heads in camp, and his highlight reel looked straight out of a movie. But behind the flashes of brilliance, there's real concern. Sources close to the Chargers say the coaching staff is quietly worried. Why? Because too much responsibility is being placed on McConkey's shoulders, way too early. He's being asked to lead a receiving corps, carry the offense in key moments, and become the go-to guy, all as a first-year player. Now here's the problem. NFL defenses catch on fast, and once they start figuring out his routes and habits, can he still deliver at a high level? This isn't just a small hiccup. It could be the start of what some insiders fear might be the biggest sophomore slump in recent Chargers history. There it is, Ladd McConkey. The rookie sensation who lit up the league in 2024 is now at the center of a massive concern that could derail the Chargers' entire 2025 season. This kid didn't just play well, he dominated. 82 receptions, 1,149 yards, 7 touchdowns. In just 16 games, McConkey went from draft sleeper to Justin Herbert's most trusted weapon. He looked like the biggest steal in recent memory. But now, the dream season has turned into a potential nightmare. A recent Bleacher Report breakdown is sending shockwaves through the Chargers front office. The report says McConkey's greatness actually exposed a huge weakness in the offense, a weakness we've ignored for years. Think back to that crushing wildcard loss to Houston. McConkey exploded for 197 yards and a score. He did everything he could to carry us. But beyond him? The next leading receiver managed only 16 yards. The ground game? Just 50 total rushing yards as a team. That's not a playoff caliber offense. That's one man carrying the entire weight of a franchise as a rookie. And now, every defensive coordinator in the league has one job. Stop Ladd McConkey. Double coverage? Guaranteed. Brackets? Every snap. And if no one else steps up, they might even throw triple coverage at him. That's how serious this is. Yes, Mike Williams is back. Yes, rookie Trey Harris is full of promise. But here's the harsh truth. If neither becomes a reliable second option, McConkey is in danger, not just of being shut down, but of being burned out. The question is no longer how good is Ladd McConkey. It's how long can he survive carrying this offense alone. But let's be honest, Ladd McConkey isn't Superman. He's a rookie, and expecting him to carry this offense 2 seasons in a row is not just unfair, it's dangerous. We're talking about wasting another year of Justin Herbert's prime. If the Chargers don't build a complete, balanced receiving corps around him, this team is in serious trouble. The pressure on McConkey to repeat last season, but with even more weight on his back, it's just too much for one player, no matter how talented. But hold on, Bolt Nation, because if that wasn't enough drama, this next story hits even harder, and it's getting ugly online. Tight end Tyler Conklin, a player many hoped could finally be Herbert's safety valve, just went viral for all the wrong reasons. During an off-season training session, Conklin posted footage of his route running, but instead of excitement, the internet came down on him like a storm. Fans mocked him. Critics ripped him apart. Some called his movement slow and clunky. Others said it looked like he was running in sand. One even joked it was like watching paint dry. Brutal. But here's the part that shocked everyone. Conklin didn't back down. He didn't delete the video. He didn't stay silent. His response? That's coming up next, and it might just change the way you look at him. It looked like he was running in slow motion. That's what the internet said. But here's where the story takes a sharp turn. Tyler Conklin saw the hate and clapped back with one simple emoji. No long rant. No defensive post. Just a beast emoji in response to a fan defending him by saying, "Everyone clowning Conklin, but those routes have worked against NFL linebackers for 5 years." And honestly, That response hit different. Conklin didn't panic, didn't argue. He just stood on his resume. Even Chargers linebacker Daiyan Henley jumped into the comments, calling Conklin a beast. Later, Conklin simply said, "The internet will be the internet. I'm not tripping. That's veteran energy. That's a guy who's been in the trenches. He's caught passes from multiple quarterbacks across the league and knows what it takes to stick around." But here's the problem. Chargers fans aren't just looking for confidence. They're looking for production. After Will Dissly's underwhelming year, the tight end spot has become a glaring weakness. And while Conklin brings experience, he doesn't exactly scream game changer on paper. Meanwhile, rookie Oronde Gadsden II has fans buzzing. Everyone's hoping he can be the future. That means Conklin isn't just competing for snaps. He's fighting for respect from the moment camp opens. And the pressure? It's building fast. Because Justin Herbert needs reliable targets now, not later. If Conklin doesn't step up and build chemistry with Herbert, this offseason roasting will be nothing compared to what's coming if he struggles under the lights. Hold on to your lightning bolts, Bolt Nation, because this one's wild. We're talking about a potential reunion no one expected. A name from the past that could suddenly become part of the Chargers' future again. Austin Ekeler. Yeah, you heard that right. The same running back who demanded a trade, walked away from the team, and suited up for Washington is now on the verge of being cut, and might be heading back to Los Angeles. According to a Bleacher Report insider, the Commanders are seriously considering parting ways with Ekeler after just one season. Why? Because the explosive production they hoped for just didn't happen. But here's where it gets interesting for the Chargers. Ekeler's 2024 numbers weren't eye-popping. 367 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, 366 more yards through the air. But those numbers tell a different story in the context of our offense. That's the kind of versatility we've been missing. A dual-threat back who can catch, cut, and convert on third down. Let's not forget, when things got tight, Herbert trusted Ekeler like no one else. They had real chemistry. And chemistry like that doesn't vanish overnight. Now we've got Omarion Hampton, a rising talent, and Najee Harris, still fighting for a long-term role. But Ekeler brings something neither of them has: deep knowledge of the system and a proven track record as a pass-catching weapon. Head coach Jim Harbaugh wants to build a tough, balanced offense, and a guy like Ekeler could fit that mold perfectly, especially as a third-down specialist or red zone option. Remember, Ekeler started with the Chargers in 2017 as an undrafted rookie. He built his career from nothing, right here. Could that story come full circle? Bolt Nation, this isn't just a rumor. It's the kind of move that could redefine the Chargers' backfield in 2025. He built his legacy in powder blue. But in 2023, Austin Ekeler walked away, frustrated, underused, and ready for a fresh start. Now, just 1 year later, with Jim Harbaugh reshaping the culture, could we be looking at the most unexpected comeback in recent Chargers history? Ekeler knows this team. He knows the playbook. He knows the heartbeat of the locker room. And most importantly, he knows how to win wearing that lightning bolt. This wouldn't just be a roster move. It would be a full-blown redemption arc. A former star, back in the city where it all began. But here's where it gets complicated. Ekeler left because he wanted more touches, more spotlight, more respect. In Washington, he didn't find any of that. He struggled to fit in beside rookie QB Jaden Daniels, and now he's on the verge of being released. And suddenly, the door back to Los Angeles might be cracked open. The irony, the team he left, is the one that made him a star. Now the question is, would Harbaugh even take him back after such a public exit? And more importantly, would Ekeler be willing to swallow his pride and return? Because this time, there are no guarantees. There's a new coach, a new identity, and no room for ego in a locker room that's trying to climb its way to the top. As the dust settles, here's the bottom line. Ladd McConkey is being asked to carry an offense. Tyler Conklin is trying to silence the critics, and Austin Ekeler might be knocking on the door he once slammed shut. The 2025 season isn't just another year for the Chargers. It's a turning point. It's everything or nothing. So here's the real question. Are the Chargers ready to rise, or are we watching the beginning of another collapse? Bolt up, because this ride is just getting started.